Okay, because of some network issue, I have lost connection with you. Okay, so see over here, the electric supply system consists of the three principal components: power station, transmission line, and distribution system. Okay, so electric supply system can be broadly classified into DC or AC system. Okay, and overhead and underground system. Okay, so basically electrical supply system is classified into two types only: DC system and AC system. Okay, overhead or underground system, it is a subtypes of DC and AC system. Okay, whenever the electric supply is supplied to the consumer by using the overhead lines or the towers, or we can say that poles, at that time it will be overhead. And if it is supplied to the consumer by using the cables, underground cables, then it is called it as a underground system. Okay, so this part is already we have known. Okay, so components of our system, generally components of our system supplies means what the supplier. Okay, conductors, loads, capacitors and reactors, power electronics and protective devices, and SCADA system. Okay, while taking the review of electrical power system, we have to concentrate on the important components of power system. Okay, so supply, it is an important part of power system. Okay, um, conductors, that is what the transmission conductors and distribution conductors. Okay, loads, as we know that what are the various types of electrical loads. Okay, uh, capacitors and reactors, and these are generally used for the power factory improvement purpose and various purpose where they are needed. Okay, for the uh, reliable operation of any devices. Okay, and power electronics, it is a generally used in the controlling centers. Okay, like a power grids, where we have to use the power electronics devices to um, control the electrical power transfer. Okay, and protecting devices, as we know that abnormal situation will come in the power system whenever there is a electrical accident or fault will happens. Okay, so at that time we have to protect our healthy part from the faulty part. In order to uh, obtain that one, we have to use the protecting devices and the SCADA system. SCADA system, it is very important nowadays uh, because of it having the modern tools in order to control the various electrical parameters uh, remotely. So the SCADA system is very important. Okay, and it is a major or a main component of the power system. Okay, so a typical electric power system, it consists the generating station, as I said, or as I discussed with you earlier. Okay, in our India, generating station generally going to generate the electrical power at 11 kilovolt. Okay, for economy in the transmission of electric power, the generation voltage is stepped up to a 132 kilovolt or more at the generating station with the help of three-phase transformer. Okay, already we have known that things. Okay, primary transmission, the electric power at 132 kilovolt is transmitted by three-phase three-wire overhead system to the outskirts of the CTU. Okay, yes, am I audible? Yes,
No, sir.
sound is not clear now. Yes, okay. Am I audible? Yes, tell me. Yes,
Yes, sir.
okay. Uh,
Yes.
so see over here, the rating of voltage rating, which is related to the primary transmission. Okay, maybe MCQ will be frame on this statement. Okay, the what is the rating of primary transmission line voltage? Okay, so we remember that. Okay, and generally it will be a three-phase three-wire overhead system. Okay, so remember this point. Secondary transmission system, at the receiving station the voltage is reduced up to the 33 kilovolt by step down transformer. Okay, so say, for the secondary transmission, we have to remember the voltage rating. Okay, how much is that? Okay, so remember 33 kilovolt. Next, primary distribution, at the substation voltage is reduced 33 kV to 11 kV. Okay, the 11 kV line run along the important roadsides to city. Okay, this forms the primary distribution. As we know that our distribution point or the DP got the supply up at 11 kilovolt. Okay, and it will be step down to 400 volt. Okay, line to line voltage and 230 volt single phase. Okay, or the phase voltage. I think slide is not clear. Yes, yes. I think some network issue is there. Am I audible now? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Uh, here is a heavy rainfall is going on. That's why I'm think getting the issue regarding the network connectivity. Okay. So remember, substation voltage is reduced to 33 kilovolt to 11 kilovolt. Okay, at the primary distribution system. Okay. Next, secondary distribution system. The electric power from the primary distribution line is delivered to the distribution substation. The substation is located near the consumer location and step down the voltage to a 400 volt three phase. Okay, line to line voltage will be 400 volt, and phase voltage it will be a 230 volt plus or minus 10% tolerance will be there at the distribution side. Okay, so we remember point over here, um, on the distribution side the voltage tolerance will be plus or minus 10%. Okay, and at the transmission side the plus or minus 5% tolerance will be there in the voltage rating. Okay, we remember that it is important point as a point of examination view. Okay, so they will ask you what is the voltage tolerance at the transmission. Okay, transmission line, so we remember plus or minus 5%, and at the distribution side it will be plus or minus 10% tolerance will be allowable in case of voltage. Okay, the voltage between any two phases is 400 volt at the secondary distribution, and between any one phase or the one phase and neutral it will be a 230 volt plus or minus 10%. Okay, so means what, sometimes the phase voltage will be 250. Okay, or sometimes it will be a 200. Okay, or the 210 volt. Okay, so means what, the plus or minus 10% tolerance will be there. Okay, so secondary distribution system, as we know that ring main system is there, radial system is there. Okay, uh, already I think this part is covered in diploma. I think covered this part. Okay, various types are there for the secondary distribution system, like a ring main system, a radial system will be there. Um, okay, or the parallel also there. Okay, so we remember that secondary distribution. Okay, so electric supply system, it is the convenience of electric power from a power station to consumer premises is known as a electric power system. Okay, as we know that things. Okay, so this electric supply system can be broadly classified into DC, AC. Okay, as I discussed this part also. So As we know that generally we are going to transmitting the electrical power from generating station up to the load side or the consumer side, um, at high voltages. Okay, so what are the various advantages of transmitting the electrical power from generating station up to the consumer end with the high voltages, we will see. Okay, so reduces the volume of conducting material. Okay, while transmitting the electrical power from generating station to uh, consumer, we have to uh, transmit the electrical power at a high voltages, because of it will give the following advantages. Okay, reduces the volume of conducting material. Okay, so see over here, from this formula we will get the idea how it will be going to reduce the volume of conducting material. Okay, so volume of the conducting material is equal to what? 3 into p to the power 2 rho l square divided by uh, w v square cos square phi. Okay, so see over here, p it is the power transferred. Okay, v is the line voltage in volt. Okay, cos phi it is the power factor of the load. L is the length of the line in meters. Okay, r is the resistor. Okay, or sorry, the resistance of conductor, and rho is the resistivity of the conducting material, and a is the area cross section of the conductor. Okay, so resistivity already we have known that. Okay, what is meant by the resistivity and all. Okay, so volume of the conducting material or the conductor material, we know that generally we are going to use the circular conductors, yes or no? So volume of the circular conductors, it will be given by the volume of cylinder. Okay, volume of cylinder, it will be pi r l square. Okay, so based on this formula we have derived this formula. Okay, so see over here, 3p square rho l square divided by w v square cos square phi. Okay, so here voltage is at denominator side. Okay, so if we increase the voltage, the overall result of this formula, it will be increases. Okay, in any fraction, if the new denominator is greater, means what? The overall result will be less. Okay, okay, so the volume of the conducting material reduces, means what? We can reduce the total amount of material required for the conducting material. Okay, from this equation it is concluded that the greater the transmission voltage, lesser is the conducting material required. Okay, so it is, I think we have to note down this, because this is very important as a competitive examination point of view. So I think if you want to write, you can write, or we can take the screenshot also.